be calling the other party or the other partner to come and see what God is doing. And then the other thing that we should do, which will enable us to have good communication, is to acknowledge faults. Whenever you acknowledge that you are at fault or you have done a mistake, it goes a very long way in solving the problem. Rather than first fighting, you did wrong, and the other person is fighting, no, I did not do a mistake. If we don't realize or we don't recognize our mistakes, there is no way we are going to solve the problem. So communication first has to start with us recognizing that there is a problem. So once we realize that there is a problem, we can go a long way to solve the problem, rather than fighting that we don't have a mistake. The next thing is spend time together. With that, I would like us to read the Songs of Solomon 2:10 to 14. Songs of Solomon chapter 2, 10 to 14.
My beloved spake, and said unto me, Rise up, my love, my fair one, and come away. For lo, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth. The time of the singing of birds is come, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land. Verse number 13. The fig tree putteth forth her green figs, and the vines with the tender grape give a good smell. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. Verse 14. O my dove, that art in the clefts of the rock, in the secret places of the stairs, let me see thy countenance, let me hear thy voice. For sweet is thy voice, and thy countenance is comely.
What a nice verse to read. Now see, we are talking about spending time together. Now, as a married couple, there is no way you'll have one, effective communication, and two, a good relationship if you don't have time together, for sure. Because you'll be like foreigners to each other, right? So look at these verses in the Bible where the husband is telling the wife, the outside is so nice, it's spring, the fruits are there in the figs are there in the trees, the flowers are there, it's nice to go and see outside. They want to have a quality time together. So one of the ways to have effective communication is to have time together. And the time we should have together is not having time to discuss problems. It is not always to have time to discuss issues. It should be, at least we should have time together once in a while to enjoy ourselves, away from the kids, away from the issues, away from the financial problems. Just go out and enjoy the flowers. Like now the weather is so nice, the breeze, you just go walk, have a walk, enjoy the environment, So we should encourage each other, or rather we should have quality time together for us to be in a position to have effective communication. I don't know whether you have ever realized, whenever you have like a time out, when you come back home, you'll not come to discuss issues. You have had a quality time outside. It feels different as compared to when maybe you are off, both of you, and you are in the house, both of you, discussing how you don't have sugar, how the bills are escalating and all that. It is so different when you just have a walk together. Remember your youth days when you are courting together. It goes a long way. So let us always have some time together. It goes a long way in having good communication. Then the next one is encouragement and praise. And with this, I would like us to read the book of Hebrews 3:13. Hebrews 3:13. Whoever is there can read for us. Anybody is there can read for us.
But exalt one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin.
Amen. That is Hebrews 3:13. Then let's read also Ephesians 4:29.
Ephesians
4:29.
Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers.
Amen. Maybe people say, don't use foul or abusive language. Let everything you say be good and helpful, so that your words will be encouragement to those who hear them. Praise the Lord. So this part of my point was encouragement and praise. Let us learn to encourage the other party. Let us not always see the faults in the other party, how he did not do, how she did not do, how she should have done it better. Let us sometimes, just praise them for what they have done right, because it is always very disappointing whenever you do two things. You may do one is wrong and one is right, but the other party, instead of first recognizing the right one, first recognizes the wrong one. Even if they come later and tell you you did good, you will not feel it, because first they pointed out the mistakes before they pointed out the good things. So let us learn to encourage each other and praise each other for the good things that the other person has done. The small things that we take for granted, even telling the other person you love them, it goes a long way. You'll make that time the food not to have extra salt, right? Yeah, right. Because of that small word, I love you, it goes a long way. So let us learn to praise and encourage each other. It goes a long way in the communication. Then because when I talked about verbal and non-verbal. So all this we were talking about the verbal communication. So just slightly I will just touch about non-verbal communication, and this one is quality time spent together. We've already discussed in the Bible about the Song of Solomon. Always the time spent together. Sometimes you don't have to talk. Just going out, taking that person out for dinner or into the park, it goes a long way. You don't have even to say anything that you love them or anything. It goes automatically. They know that you have a place for them in your heart. Then the other thing is giving and receiving gifts. It's once in a while, out of the budget and out of the many things that you have to do. Sometimes we are occupied 99% by the bills, by the this, by the that, as if we are just working to pay bills. Out of all that, just try to give a gift or receive a gift from the other party. It also goes a long way. Whenever I receive some nice flowers from you, you don't need to tell me I love you. It goes automatically. I will know automatically that you love me. That is non-verbal communication. And then the other thing is physical touch. Sometimes even just to peck the other person, or just even a tap on the shoulder, just to hold hands. Those things you used to do when you are courting. Sometimes when the problems and issues of marriage come in, we forget. So just to hold hands with that other person, to give them just a kiss or a peck, it goes a long way in telling them how much you love them and how much you care about them. And then that is for the physical touch. So basically those are the small or few points that I had, and now I leave it open for us to discuss, add, and say the other things that